problems of my own, thanks to your fucking friend, man, Freddy.
My friend?
Yeah.
It was Ming who tried to take him out.
The fuck are you talking about?
Ming.
Hello. Under new management is an understatement. After Season 2 of Tulsa King upped the ante by igniting a gang war, Episode 8 calls for a change in leadership everywhere, from the Invernizzi family to Thresher's wheat farm to Margaret's stables. It's a panicked, spiraling chapter about terrible decisions that lead to catastrophes. I am all for it. It finds out that Bill Bevilacq was capo, whom Tyson shot at the end of the previous episode, survived, but the damage is done. Kansas City is out for Dwight, the Invernizzes are out for each other, Jackie and his recruited army are out for themselves, and Armand is there in the thick of it all, quite surprisingly. Armand loses the plot. Armand is an intriguing focus point in Under New Management. So far, he has primarily served as a supporting character, providing little more than inebriated comedic relief. Season 2 made his self-interest and general lack of decision-making ability a plot factor by inadvertently, voluntarily, and reluctantly feeding information about Dwight to Thresher. But everything is going wrong for Armand right now. Dwight is onto him. Thresher has no longer use for him. His family hates him. His brightest idea is to go to the FBI and apply for witness protection, which would keep him separated from his wife and children eternally, despite the fact that they are moving to Colorado without him. So he does what he often does, he drinks. In his intoxicated state, Armand makes a series of poor judgments. He attacks Spencer at the ranch and Margaret, who must eliminate him. He goes to Thresher for a loan and is given a patronizing $100 at his feet. So he leaves an alarming farewell voicemail message for his children and takes the risky step of holding Goodie at gunpoint while robbed Dwight's cat. I feel for Armand. He's not fundamentally a nasty guy, but he's terrified and desperate, which is rarely a healthy mix. Regardless, I doubt Dwight will be as understanding as Chicky is ousted from the Invernizzi family. It's been a long time coming, but Vince finally makes his move in Tulsa King Season 2, Episode 8, getting down with Chicky to inform him that he's been supplanted as the head of the Invernizzi family. Chicky, unlike Armand, is a horrible guy, and Vince's decision to keep him alive was questionable. His disdain for Dwight is what started a lot of this in the first place, when he deported him to Tulsa, creating competition for the New York family. He is not going to take this lying down, so what is his next move? Dwight called Chicky earlier in Under New Management to inform him that Tina and the kids were returning to New York for their own protection. Chicky doesn't have much clout in the family, so I expect him to try to get it by targeting Dwight's Rich Ting and Neil McDonough at Tulsa King. Jackie's takeover. Jackie managed to get into all of this behind everyone's backs, didn't he? I blame Thresher for his hubris. He assumed that because he was wealthier than Jackie, the man would be subordinate to him, as everyone else in his life is. Unfortunately, no such luck. Jackie was only biding his time, waiting for the operation to grow to the point where he could seize it from Thresher by force. At this point, Jackie may be the game's most dangerous player. He commands an army of committed men. He has resources. And he is clearly an expansionist. As Thresher reminds Bill near the close of the episode, he will not be content with simply taking over the cannabis operation. He'll be coming for Kansas City. But the most crucial fact is that Jackie is reckless. Thresher also tells Bill that he was the one who planted the vehicle bomb that nearly killed Tyson's father, Mark. Bill is outraged because he realizes he has started a war for no reason. And conflicts have casualties. Kansas City draws first blood. I understand it is not literally first blood, but you realize what I mean. Dwight may have slain a Kansas City hitman and put his body on Bill's stairs, but it was a warning shot both ways. Since their meeting in Atlanta, Dallas and Kansas City have agreed to work together. Tyson wrecked it by parking outside Bill's house and firing a couple of rounds into his wall, but nevertheless. At that time, no war had been declared. Now that it has, it is Bill who fires the first shot. We all knew it was coming. Dwight spent the rest of Tulsa King Season 2, Episode 8, getting ready for it. He drove Tina and the kids away and shut down all of his enterprises. With the feds watching him, and even being nice enough to tell him that KC was preparing a kill, which they discovered due to a wiretap under Bill's kitchen table, he realized he had no choice but to sit and wait, hoping to keep his people alive. War breaks out in Tulsa King Season 2 Episode 8, and Under New Management contains the appropriate spiral intent. But not exactly. They almost get away with it, but just as Bodie and Jimmy the Creek are about to close the even higher plane, one of Bill's thugs drives by and starts fire. Jimmy gets fatally struck. It's a low-stakes death to start the bloodbath. I'm not sure Jimmy was anyone's favorite character, after all, but it's difficult to believe that this isn't the first of multiple impending. Thank you for watching.